Hello everyone and welcome to a new stream. Hope you had a magnificent weekend. It's Tuesday in Australia, but not everywhere in the world, so technically I'm allowed to say how was the weekend. Hello again, Robert. How are you doing? Hope you had a beautiful weekend. Welcome to the stream. This is Mael Duin, and I play puzzle video games and similar Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays from 2 PM in Australia East. Welcome in, Paracore. You're becoming a regular now. I feel like I'm missing something if you don't come now. Your birthday is in October. Which day? Which day in October? My anniversary with my partner is in October, and usually the good things happen in October, so we have a saying at home that we say that all good things happen in October 27th. Okay. All good things happen in October. Welcome to a new stream of Reliquia Park. Today's day 4. And I have news for you because I've been trying some things. I hope I can explain in order because I have a bit of a mess with these codes. I'm not sure which one's which, so I'll try to explain in order in a second. Before we get into the game, let me tell you that you can play Reliquia Park by yourself. If you like the game but you don't like to watch my face, you can play the game yourself as soon as right now, like I'm doing. And you can do that following the link. If you are on Twitch, it's pinned at the top of the chat, the link. And if you're watching on YouTube, same, it's pinned at the top of the chat during the live stream. If you are watching after the live stream's finished, you can find the link in the video description. I believe on Twitch you can do too, so for both. If it's not on the chat, if you can't see the live chat, you'll find it in the video description. And having said that, today we're playing Reliquia Park. Today's Tuesday. Thursday and Friday we'll be playing demos because next week I believe it's when Steam Next Fest starts. I'm not sure I'll do like last time, like in March I believe it was, or April, March, last Steam Next Fest, that I want to play everything that I'm interested in. It just crossed my mind that maybe what I can do is play the demos off stream and upload the gameplay on the channel. Maybe that's better because I want to showcase everyone's demos, and it does logistically, it seems very difficult. So that's a problem for Thursday. For now we are going here, and I need the background music from Chill Hop in YouTube channel. That's the background music we are using for Reliquia Park. And while I was doing these little things that I'm going to explain now, my findings, I'll call it my findings, I realized that the game does have sound It doesn't have background music, but it has sound effects, which I thought, for some reason, I thought it couldn't have. I thought it couldn't have sound, but it does have sound. Not music, background music, but sound effects. I need my panel and let's go. Is this sound from the music? Let me change the song. Because my furries are not with me today. Here we go. Alright, so let me summarize. We finished path, Spire path. This is Spire. This is Spire. We finished this, and it's the first one we finished, the first one we did, and the first one we finished. We're going one by one. During this path, this series of puzzles, I found out that in the intermissions, we could call them intermissions, like the rest rooms, the ones that are not puzzles and they develop the story of each of the tribes, you can have you can uncover like a secret code, and it was you could see the hint. It was very noticeable. And then we went on to doing the second path, which is Totem. It's called Totem. I'm not that bad at remembering. And then I didn't find anything. And I was, okay, maybe that was one of, or because this path was quite long compared to Spire, I thought maybe there are no extra challenges, like no secret code for extra levels. That's what I thought. But then here I found one. The code is made of 5 symbols, like shown in here at the bottom. So there are 5 symbols. You can input your code here. And the one I found on the third path, which is called, I don't remember, Totem, Spire, and Beacon or something like this. Pylon, not Beacon. Pylon, same thing, different name. Pylon. It was this one, the fourth. So that meant 2 things. First, that I'm missing the other 3 because they appear in order. I was missing the other 3, and it made me think that I was also missing the secret code for Totem. I was thinking, no. If there are secret codes in here, and the first path, Spire, and the third path, Pylon, there has to be another secret code for Totem. So what I did was go back to where we left it. So I'll input the code, which is, if I'm not wrong, 9 horseshoe, the hanger, triangle, and the S, and then action, or enter. I'll skip this, and indeed, this is where we ended up last time. I came here to try to uncover the meaning of this element. I have a theory. I kind of solved it. Like, we did open the door last day. but I didn't understand what this is doing. So I didn't want to continue, because we know what happens when you don't understand what you're doing. So the door was open, but I didn't continue. Now, with the new theory that I'll explain in a second, we'll check if what I'm thinking it's actually what this is doing. Instead of solving this now, let me show you the other codes and how I found them. So what I did is go back to the let me see. Okay, a previous level. So in these rooms, there's no puzzle. You read the stone, and they tell you the story of this tribe. So what I was doing is going back. Actually, I didn't do it in this order, but I started from the spire going forward, and then I realized I could go to the end and then through the menu of previous level, so I don't have to solve everything again. And these are the previous levels, previous level, until you get to here. Here is where I found, at the end of this visually striking path, this is what we found, which is a 9. Or something like resembles a 9. And then I wanted to find the other ones. Like, let me do this off stream, off live, because it could be tedious. Like, I was trying to touch every single element, every tree, and every stone from the sides, every pillar. Like, this is not interesting. When I'm live streaming, I want to play the puzzles, play the rooms. So let me do this aside. But I want to show you how I found these codes, because I think that's interesting. For that, let me go to the hub, and then I went here. And I started from the beginning, going one by one. I didn't find anything. I was trying every room, every tree, like touching, like in the. Actually, it wasn't here. I made a mistake. It was here in Totem. Totem is the one that I didn't have. I had Spire, not Totem. So I was touching every tree, and it was time consuming. So I did go to the hub, input the code for the last room in Totem, which is 9, hang the S, another hanging thing, and this Y and X. It's like a slingshot. No, this is the extra. This is the extra. We haven't started doing these ones. This is the extra. So if it's not that, I told you I'm messing with the codes. I don't know which one's which anymore. I should have put notes. Let's try this one. Lightning 1, lightning, cross, and 0. Monolith fragment activated. No, this is the end of the red, but it's not. This is the code that you get at the very end of Spire. Maybe I did do until the end the totems? I don't think so. Let me try this other one. 999. Lightning. Lightning. What does this take me? Where does it? This is totem. This is totem, and this is almost at the end. So going backwards from here, previous level, and then repeat and repeat, previous level, repeat. Yes, so I was trying here, like every tree, touching and checking because there's like an action game, an action button, trying everything, and finally, after I did all that, I went through this tree. Give me a sec. Beautiful timing. Got a delivery. So I went through this tree, which now it's letting me go through outside of the level. And if you go like through the tree and farther, you get the code. This is fourth entry. So there's one more if you keep playing. I won't show you everyone. I won't show you every single one, but I'll tell you how I found. After I found this one by chance, because I wasn't really looking for this tree. I was trying every tree. What I realized is that this tree, it's darker, a little bit darker, like sneakily, slightly darker than the other ones. Like this is more white, this is more darker gray. And then I realized, oh, I have to look for trees. So still looking for trees, but the other ones, they had like a dot at the top, and it was very apparent. This is, if you don't know, you don't see. When you know, you can't unsee. Now you are really seeing. This is different. So I went back and back and back, like I've done, checking all these safe garden trees, safe garden rooms, looking for this. And if we go back to this level that we started from, going forward, there's one more. And then I got the code for totem. This is totem path. Going back to the hub, I was still missing 4 in here. And let me tell you, these ones, I didn't find a rule that works for all. This doing these rooms, it's easier. So no, I'll do the same. I'll go to the last one. Return to the hub, because even though I found them easier, the first one, than in totem, still have to spend some time doing them. So I believe this one is the one we inputted first. 9 horseshoe, hanging, triangle, and S. This should take us where we finished last day, which is the next room. So here I don't think there's any code, so let's keep going back. Previous level, and previous level, previous. Here's where we found the 4th, which is the first we found, but in order it's the 4th. So let's keep going back and back. Like in that room, the 4th symbol for the code, The only clue was the very evident path leading to nowhere. That's why I went there. And then I check in here and I thought, oh, I'm looking for secret paths that go nowhere. But that's not the case. In here, I didn't find anything, I believe, because there's actually nothing. So let's keep, maybe I'm wrong, but I'll come back. And they are usually sorted in like, there is one piece of the code in one safe room, and there is nothing in the next one, and there is one in the next one, so they go alternated. So here there is a code, and when I did the normal playthrough, I went and read the first stone and the second and the third and then left, because there's nothing else to do. I checked the trees, nothing, and apparently there are kind of shapes, strange shapes in these rooms. And if you place your character in the correct square on the level, the code appears. So here you see like these trees make like a cross. So the cross always marks the spot. If you put your character in the center, then you get the code. It's not a path that leads to nowhere like the first one. It's like a significant spot in the safe room. So that's the third. This path I need to show you every single one. Is it correct, everyone? Or everything? Every space one? Because they are all different. And I found this third path, the pylon, to find the code even more sneaky than the second one with the darker tree, because it's different every time. There's nothing here, so keep going backwards. Here there's nothing, no path, no space where you are in between, but there are these black blocks that seem harmless, to say in a way, but actually they are making a cross, like two lines crossing, and where they cross, you know the drill. Cross marks the spot, so you get the same. If you place your character here, you get the code. The clue is or are these black blocks. Otherwise, you wouldn't come in here if you weren't looking for this, I believe. So we keep going back. We have the second, and there's one more remaining, which is unbelievably more difficult to find. Nothing in here, so we have alternated rooms. So it's the next one, should be the next one in here. So here there are no paths leading to nowhere. There are no trees making a strange shape. There are no black blocks aligning strangely. But there is a circle of flowers, which is not even a circle. Maybe it tries to be a cross, like it is very, very highly probable that it's me that I'm wanting to see this, not that the fact that it is this, but it's like a cross. You could say it's a cross if you abstract it very much, and if you place in the middle, you know what happens. You get the code. You don't come here if you are not looking for this. And at this point, I found this because I was looking for anything, actually. So this is my story of how I found the secret code for Totem and Pylon. Actually, we are missing one in this pylon path. Now I want to go back, continue playing, return to the hub. So I believe by doing this, I've saved like 30 minutes or 1 hour of trying to find the code. Same code as before, last time. And the S. Okay, now let me tell you my theory about this. This is the last room where we arrived last Tuesday. And then I started moving these elements, trying to find the meaning behind this. And what I believe it does is this, if I manage to explain. So this, I believe it checks or looks up in the area around the pylon or this element, this pillar. This element checks if there is a connection or this line going through the path, any of the 8 squares around the pillar. What it does, I believe it's mirror it in a diagonal way. What does it mean? Imagine, no, not imagine, because it's happening. Instead of drawing from here, I'll draw from below, from the square that it's actually doing the thing. So this element is shooting its connection beam this way. And because this mirrors whatever's happening here in diagonal, I believe it's shooting this line this way. I believe if it's not both ways, at least it goes down. That's why, to my belief, to my understanding, when we placed this element here, I was surprised because it was receiving power from below, when this didn't make sense. I thought it was coming, I said it wrong. It was receiving power from above, not from below. So what's going on here? That was my question last week. And by this rule, by this diagonal, I believe it does the same in this way. So maybe it replicates the beam this way too, because there's a mirror here and there's a mirroring here. That's my theory for now. So it works in this room. We'll check if it works in the next room. In knowing that, you can place this one needs power from below. And because this is shooting, this is not interfering. This is just letting you know that here there is power. This one goes this way. So this one, by the diagonal rule, it replicates the beam upwards. And it's sending power here. And we do the same with this one. If you see, this one now is in between. So it's not letting power get here, so it can be replicated. And this one is getting power because it's receiving the power from this one. This beam goes through this one and keeps going. It doesn't interrupt the beam. And this one goes through here because it's near this pillar. This is being mirrored and it shoots down. That's why this one has power. this power is not from this one. We can do the same like this. And now this one is not receiving the power from this one. It's receiving the power from this one. Because this is interrupting the one vertical from above. And now we have these two with power, which is what we want to open the door. This is new to me. I have not seen this. Here we have this mirror thing, the checkers. I'll call it the checkers now because it's what they do. They help the player check. This is turn right and this is turn left. We have two sources here and another mirror. We need to bring power here. What I don't know is what happens if the beam is straight to the pylon. I believe it does nothing, or it changes. Wait, if it turns left like this one, this should be light up. In which case means that if the pillar, the source, the starting point shoots directly to the mirror, I think I'll call it mirror. If it shoots straight to the mirror, it doesn't mirror like perpendicular through the center. This one shoots here. I don't think this mirrors it this way. I don't think. I believe it's only when it goes on the sides, because this is shooting this way. This pylon is mirroring. I'm assuming it has to do both ways. So this is being mirrored here, and this one here. But it's not working. At least the first one, the one behind, it's not working because this is off. Oops. Maybe we need this away, so it can only mirror one. But what worked in the other room, it doesn't work here. But this is on. I'm sad now. Turn right, so you should be on and off and off. But this is turning this one here. But you are on in here. Maybe you are a portal. Maybe you are a portal. We had portals before. We had portals. What is the blue light for? You need to connect. You need to connect. This is the source. And you need to bring this source through these pylons. Each one has a different effect or action over the blue light. And then you need to bring it to these two to open the door. So maybe what it does is this one here reappears here. Let's do another check. Let's do another check. Now you are off, but you're still on. So it has to do with you. And the direction where this blue light comes from, it is relevant. Maybe it amplifies the signal. You are shooting here and it turns right. And by you going here, maybe it amplifies. So you are going through here, and then if you amplify, you should be on. But it's only here because you receive the energy from here. Here you are on, off, and off. So you have energy here. It definitely is not from this one. Let me put this off. This is off, but it's only on in here. I would like to work with one. To simplify things, this is shooting this one, so it's being cancelled. So there's only one being effective. And it's shooting straight to you. What happens? There's nothing here. And in here, I believe it's same, except for one. This one, because you get the energy straight. If you are not straight to the mirror, I can't call it mirror now if you don't mirror something. Crosshair. So you are getting energy straight. Here there's nothing, 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 nothing. And the other checker is getting nothing. What about down here? Down under. What about down under? Nothing. You get energy here. Because I thought it was being mirrored. Maybe it reflects us. It's like a mirror. But which of the axis do you take for mirroring? Maybe both? Or maybe it's reflecting this way. So if you are, this is one axis, this is the other axis. As soon as you touch, you change direction. And if you were to touch this, you would be reflected that way. Or maybe it only reflects the first one. That's why you are off in here. Because from these two positions, these two, from being here, they are being reflected that way. So this doesn't happen because it doesn't reach the second one. It's only reflected into one, the first one that it encounters. Let's go with that theory. So here you are on, off, and off. And this does nothing. If you were So here you are on because goes down. And going down, you could be turned to the left. So you can reach one of these two. Because it's coming from top and then to the left. Now we need to deal with the second one, for which we can use the second one. Let's see if we can manage to bring power here. I believe you have to be here because by the rule of being reflected in the first axis that you encounter, you won't be getting power from here. It has to be first line. So you need to come here. This stays, but we need to bring power from this vertical and it will be reflected that way. You are the one shooting this way, so we will use this one. To bring power this way, but turning right in here. So you go down and that's it. I think that's how it works. It does work with the mirrors, but it's only reflected in the first axis. So the solution for this one would be let me use blue since we are with blue light. You turn right, which is this way, and then here, this is the axis that you find. So you are being reflected here, and then you end up at the end, at the receiver. And you go that way, and because this is the axis that you find, you don't find this one first. You find, actually I should have drawn here. This is the one you find. This would be the second. So you are reflected onto the second one, and this pylon makes you turn to the left towards the end. This is the solution for this one. I don't think we need to check, but it's so easy that let's check this. This is on, off, 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 on, off. This should be on and off, off. That's it. Let's go with that. I'm still not 100%, but it works. It worked in 2, so. I was thinking also, my other theory at the back of my mind, that they were connected, kinda like the chameleon totem. But here there's only one, so I am relieved that they are not connected. 2 ends, 2 starting points. Since we know what you do, you probably go here and then you being reflected up. No, not up, it's down. If you're reflected here, you go down. Actually, let me check. Without you. Indeed, you're reflected down. Okay. Not up. Not like in a normal way. Like the inverted way. So that means I don't need you there. I need you here. So you reflect up. So you need to find this one. Without this one interfering. And if you are here, you are being reflected down. So you need to be there. Maybe you need to be 1 away. No? Let me see. you would reflect up, so you go down. Why not? Why is this not working? I'm doing something wrong. You are being reflected up to here. I need you for checks. So knowing that you are on because of this, and it's reflecting up. Let me put you aside. Now I want to check the other two. If you were here, you would be shooting here. The normal way would be up, but you are reflecting the inverted way. So you shoot down, but you are not on. That's why I'm saying I'm not entirely confident about the theory. If you are here, where do you send this energy? Here you have energy. Why not in here? You have energy here from this one. What about here? There's nothing. And here there's nothing either. And this way, the energy is going through. It goes through, so it's not reflected. And you can move it. I think it's the first time we can move this element. Maybe it needs more room. That's what's happening. I need to move this up. Let's put this more towards the center. And then you go one up, one up. Now you are getting this energy. So it works this way. Let me check with this. You are not getting energy here. Robert, can I ask you a question? If you are there. Let me know. So why is it that your messages are being deleted? There's no need for deleting the messages. It does reflect this way. Maybe I was doing something wrong. I think this is the first time we can move this pillar here. So, okay, this is good enough. This is good enough, and it still works with the rule that we have in mind. And one more for the safe. What did it call it? Safe garden, safe room. Here there are 4. There are many reflections. You don't want to be rude. You are not rude by commenting. Just commenting. I don't take it as that. I was just curious because, you know, you act strangely, so you make me think things that maybe are not what's going on. So I want to check. I want to check everything's fine. Otherwise, I have to take measures. This is the beginning. This is the end. But we also need to bring power. If I don't remember wrong, we also need to bring power here. The thing is that we can't know if the power is reaching here because this doesn't change. If I'm not mistaken. And here we don't have checkers, so the small ones that turn blue. So this is the point where you either know what you're doing or you have a very hard time. So this is all about reflections. I'm still not 100% sure how it works, but it's something about reflections and bouncing off. Like, if we place this one here, let me show you. If this is this one's axis, because the light reaches this point first, then you bounce this way. This is what I believe. Maybe it's not reflection, but refraction, which is not the same. But this should explain a little bit better what is happening. So you would go up. And then at some point, we want you to turn to the right. We don't have corners, but we have these elements. If you were here, your axis would be this one. That means your refraction would be this one. So we would have this one in blue. The problem is that I don't see the light reaching the second axis. I don't see it going through the first one. I think it reflects, it doesn't duplicate. And if it were to reach this point, it will go down. If we had you here, your axis would be this one and the light will go this way. Because your other axis is this one, the light would go this way and it would go in circles. Maybe it goes through. Aside from going straight, it would refract and split into two. We can try, it's very easy. We can try. If you were here, you would turn blue. You don't, so it doesn't go through. It only changes direction. If it changes direction, it means that this puzzle is very hard. Because whatever you do, it has to do an entire loop and end up in here. It doesn't branch out the light, the path of the light. It really has to go through. This one's very easy to change positions. And also, if we were to serve these pillars from one side, it doesn't matter that the other one is next because it doesn't go through. Wait, if it doesn't go through? Now I don't remember if the light goes through, because if it doesn't go through, it's not possible to make an entire path. So I'm going to assume it goes through, so by doing this, light is bouncing here and goes through the two. Now we need to bring the light here. Okay, it's not that difficult. Now the light is going down. We need to push this one down. Or two down. Yes. I believe I can see now. Let me show you the answer. So instead of drawing the whole thing, for the sake of simplicity, I'll just draw the one that is actually working. This pillar has 4 arms, but imagine it like a glass, like a panel of glass. 4, 1 in each corner. And what it does is that the light that touches doesn't go straight, but it refracts. I think it's the best way for me to explain. So this would be like glass. And then the light comes here, touches this point, which is on the bottom, this, and then it changes direction. So the answer to this, I'll only draw the one that it's affecting the light. So light would do this. From this square, starts here, bounces Not bounces, it refracts. Here goes through the 2, goes down and goes in. I see more clear now. I see more clear now. I wasn't sure about this going through. Yeah. Story bits. And if there's no code in here, maybe here in the center, because this kind of looks like a cross, but it's not a cross, but it's trying to distract me. No? Okay, let me read these stones first. When North City residents leave the bunkers, not a single one says a word. They simply all depart from the city, leaving all of their belongings behind, heading out into the forest in all directions. North City is left behind. The pylons fall silent. We know this would happen. So let me check the trees, because I don't see like visually identify, and this is the last one. This is where the flowers were making like a circle or a cross. This is the one with the black blocks, this wider one. This one is the one with the trees being split into 4 corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, it was... yeah, this one's the one with the path that leads to nowhere, which was the one that unraveled everything else. So this room has to my calculations, has to have a secret code somewhere. I'll check the border, the margin. It's not the border, it's the margin. I know you are here somewhere. I just don't know exactly where, how to identify you. Because in this path, which is the third one from my point of view, this is the third one, there is not a rule. Every single part of the code is hidden in a different way. Checking the trees. In the center. Nothing. Simply by sight, I can't identify anything. Like I would say, oh, here, behind the stone. I don't think there's anything here. Let me write the code because I'm sure I'll need it. Slingshot, cross, S, hanger, and slingshot. Because the previous room, definitely one here. My maths say that there has to be. But I checked. Oh, I found it by chance. I just stumbled upon it. I was looking at it. Why here? If I count that there's one in the first one, and then the second one, and the second one, and the second one, the last one should be here. But why is it here? It's not like a ring of flowers. The pillars, these columns, doesn't make a shape. There are 3 trees. Like it could be here or here. Oh, I see now. Because there's no stone. If this square were to be here, it's taken place by the stone. And here there's a stone. You can't place the character into this square. So this is the only one with a stone missing. I think that's why. It's really, really hidden. It's really, really hidden and very difficult to see. At least it goes that alternated rooms. And if you were to look for the code, you would come here and start looking. I was going to check with the previous one to see if I skipped, and this rule that one and the other, every second room you get a code, if it was broken, that rule. Let me don't go without taking note of the character, of the symbol. This is pylon extra. So far I got 3. And these are the very last ones. Also, paracord. I started my playthrough of the game when this is. I think you know what I'll tell you. You know because you did it. When I started the playthrough, I set up the streaming, and on Twitch I couldn't choose Reliquia Park as a category, as the name of for others to find. So imagine there's a viewer wants to watch videos about Reliquia Park. This viewer wouldn't be able to choose the game. But I think you know that you have added Reliquia Park to the database, which it has a specific name that I don't remember. You added the game to this database, and now it appears. So this is the first stream of Reliquia Park that I could choose the category of the game. Reliquia Park as a category. What about YouTube? I think I could do from the beginning on YouTube. I actually had no idea it was added to the IGDB. I think that's the name. It's something I don't know because I haven't seen and I haven't never done, but I've been talking with devs about this before, and I think it's that one. It seems someone else has done it for me. I didn't know I didn't know. So I can add games because I would do that for every game. Like major game AAAs, you can easily find them. But some indie games, maybe by the developers not knowing or not knowing how to do it. I mentioned this to previous developers, and I got some insight, but not the whole story. I believe in YouTube, I did it from the very beginning, but today is the first on Twitch. Just mentioning in case it helped you with feedback or I don't know. Just so you know. That's helpful to know. I'll be sure to add it for further games. It helps with discovery. It helps me categorize the games, and it helps the developers themselves make it easier for people to find their games. Here, these are the last 4 of this path. We have 3, 2 beginnings facing left, 1 starting point facing right. And how many ends? 3 as well. Oh, but we have these ones. We have these ones. If I place you like this, I'm going to like you. I think I'm going to like you having you like this. I don't know exactly why. Something tells me you're going to bounce here and go somewhere. Like, for example, having you like this and like this. But I don't need the second one, because this light is already bouncing here, and going through these 2. Still, I need the 3 endings served. So you serve this one. So we have 2 remaining for the other 2. So if you bounce here, you should be on, and same for you. Oh, it's not that hard. If you know what you're doing, but the difficulty of the puzzle is because the rule is not told. Discovering the rule, how it works, it has 2 steps: understand the rule and work out the rule to solve the puzzle. I think finding out the rule is like 70% of the difficulty. It's more about discovering the rule, how this works, and then solving it is like 25-30%. Like they say, if you know, you know. So it actually is true. If you know what to do. Also, can we say I am cosplaying? Now I can't unsee. Like, I should have it more spiky hair. Let me try to. I need hairspray, and I'm gray today, the grayest I could be. Exactly. We were thinking the same. I need a shirt with a V-neck. I'll be cosplaying. Maybe the character's name is Mael Duin. Ask away. Ask to your heart's content. We have these crosses now, which seem to not do much. I'm scared. There is one end and one starting point. light has to go through here, but we cannot change the order. You turn left, you turn right. So if you were to accept the light goes down, like, can't push it here. Can't push it there. Do is puzzle games is different before? I don't understand your question, Robert. I'm sorry. Everything is turn right. So it what? You need to be in the corner. I don't know exactly. Let me separate you in case for the future. What do you mean different? Yes, so Tuesdays is this game. This game every Tuesday. Although I think it will change from next week, because I try to play narrative games. I always play puzzle games, so that doesn't change. Always puzzle games. Or some sort of forward-thinking elements, like strategy, let's say deck builder, investigation, detective, that kind of games. Only on Tuesdays I try to play narrative games, except for this one, because I wanted to play it as soon as I could, and I started on a Tuesday, so I kept it. But probably next week it will happen on Thursday. Still haven't decided. But the general rule is narrative game on Tuesday. Pure puzzle game like this one, although it has some narrative elements, it's not the core of the game. That's for Thursday. And Friday, it's a little bit more open. Like I could play, for example, a strategy game like, I don't play Civilization, but kind of. I can't say no. The closest would be roguelite, but the main genre of the game has to be puzzle game. If it's a puzzle game with JRPG RPG elements, doesn't matter if it's Japanese or not. If it's a puzzle game with RPG elements, I could accept it, but it has to be mainly puzzle game or some sort of forward thinking and slow paced game. I don't play action games. That's what you were asking. So if you look at my channel, either on YouTube or on Twitch, you are on YouTube. If you look back at the games I've played, you'll see that there's a rule. There is like a common rule. And you'll have a little bit more of an understanding of the type of games that I play. Where do you go? Here you have energy from all sides, all 4 positions, and nothing else. So how do we turn you? We turn you with this reflector. Reflector? No. Refractor. Why are you on? What's happening? You are reflecting down. Why are you on? Why is this on? And you were watching the other day Push the Cat with WASD. There's also another rule that if I start a game, I'll finish the game. In some way or another, I don't like to leave games half done. So because I'm busy with showcasing games lately, I have to create content as soon as I can, at least one episode. But we will go back to Push the Cat with WASD. We'll go back to the Talos Principle 1 and every other game that I started. For example, Masaika. I started the playthrough, but I didn't finish. But I'm recording myself playing, so I'll post it without commentary. It's an exception, but that's how I'll do it with that one. You're being reflected down. You are on. Still don't understand how you work exactly. Let me see this. This game that Push the Cat with WASD, it surprised me because I've always said that the most important thing in a puzzle game is to have a balanced difficulty. And actually, this game, I find it's a good game, but it's totally the opposite. It's the game with the most unbalanced difficulty that I've seen in my life. Granted, the important thing is the narrative in that game. Not the narrative, maybe I should say the storytelling, the way that the story is told. But it was definitely very interesting. You should be on in here? No. Okay, let me push you one up and then you go one down. Now you reflect up. Exactly here. But not here. Match games? Yes. Yeah. And not here. You mean match 3 or match 4? Not this one. Here you are off. Okay. So we are pushing you up. Okay, can we do an 8? I'm visualizing doing an 8. But now I need to separate you. You get light straight and you get light you are being reflected. Turn right, turn right, turn right, and reflected here. That's why you get energy here. Because I want the light to go down at the end, you need to be there and you will need to be there, I think. And then we'll do a loop in here at the top with you there, and you. No, you go. Right now you are going up. And then we want you to turn right because it's the only thing we can do. So we place you there. And then it turns right again goes through the circle. It turns right here. Now I understand why you are on this side and not on this side. And then here reflected down. It's not going through you. But can we make you let me show you the current situation. You start here, and then you are reflected into this panel, this axis, refracted, and then you turn, meaning you turn, not like a U-turn, completely 180. And then you go here and turn, whoops, my mouse. You go down, you go through the circle, you keep going down, and then you turn right again. And not in there, sorry, it's in this square. You turn right. You go this way, and here you refract this way. That's what's happening right now. So we are missing this one. What I'm thinking is moving this one down. But the problem is that we'll have you interfering. We can put this one here in between, and this one will take the place of that one, moving everything like clockwise, but then we have this extra here interfering. Let me move everything and we recheck. So you go a little bit lower. You take the place of this one. You stay in between. So the light goes through you. That's what we want in the end. And you need to be there. And you need to be... I believe you were here. You bounce up. And then... everything is the same as before, but there's one extra player here, which is turning it's hard to move in here with so little room. Now you're going this way, refract, turn right, go through, turn right, turn right. That's why you are on. But if you weren't here, oh, the light is bouncing up now. Hints, no hints here. Here we are by ourselves. There aren't hints. We, the players, are the hints. And also these are the most difficult of these paths, so they are supposed to be the most challenging. Yeah, we have to believe in ourselves. We have to believe we can do this. You are on in here, you are off in here. So the light goes here, but it goes up. Exactly. Nothing. And okay, I see how the light goes Lucky we have a checker. We didn't have the checker before. This works the same if we put you one up. Because it really doesn't help having a turn right in here. Does it? So this is, wait, what's going on here? Why do you have, oh, because it comes from this way. So it goes through you. It goes through. It goes through. I don't think we are using the ability that you let the light go through you in here. I don't think we are using that capability. But maybe vertically we do. Okay, what about this? What about this, but you go up? I saw it. Can I help a little? You can help as much as you want. You were helping the other day with the cat and the flag. So this is the solution, and I think it's the only position that it can be the solution. Let me show you how it works, how it's moving. The light starting this square. It starts here and it reflects, it refracts here, it turns right, goes through, turns right, it refracts in here, it turns. It's a little bit hard to see because it's everything on top of everything, but here there are 3 squares. The top one is this one. The light goes down. Let me choose another color with more contrast with the white. Here it turns right. The second one is the circle, which makes the light go through. And the third one is this one that also makes the light turn right. And then it goes this way. It refracts again and it goes down. This is what's happening here. It's like a mirror. It's more like a glass, a very thick glass. But yes, if you can picture the image of light being reflected through glass and changing direction, you can think of it like a mirror, but it's not exactly a mirror. Actually, I'm I'm subconsciously calling it a mirror and saying that the light is being reflected when it's not being reflected, it's being refracted, which is different. But yes, you could say. And this is the last one. No, one before last. think we are here. Yes, one before last. Very similar. Light is coming here. Interesting. Turn right. So if it turns right straight, it goes down. We don't want that. So we need to bounce it up. Because we cannot use the refractor to push it down. Like this way. It's going down here. It's going down in here. That's not what we want. I'll show you with the checker. Here is on and here is on. I'm so relieved that I found out what you do, the refractor. So let's bounce it up. I see. I was expecting this. Because you do two things. This is nothing. This crosses, it does nothing. They do nothing in here. But if they were around here, they would stop the light. It's like a block. You, the refractor pillar, you do two things. You don't do one thing. Let me show you. You do two things, and I was expecting you to do the second thing sneakily. Now I found you. I believe. I don't want to say victory too early, but let me tell you what you do. So we already know you refract. But in the previous room, we found out that if you are hit in the center, you let the light go through straight. And I was thinking, oh, maybe I'm using this capability of yours here. But not in the previous one, but we are doing here. We are using this now. Let me show you. So you go here, and the light will come from the top and going through you. If these two are like this. Exactly. So let me show you what's happening. Now I think you can see. But as previously, we have the refractor here. And the light turns right and turns right. And then it goes through, straight through, and goes down. We can check with the checker. This is obviously on, this is off, off, on, and on, and on, and on, and on, and on, and on, on, off, off. Okay, that's it. And this is the last, pylon 33. Okay, we have everything here. Everyone's in the party. I need to have a look at this for a while to assimilate the information. Okay, we have everything. Let me try to remember what everything does. This is a corner. It turns the light. This is a corner, turns right. Turns right, he turns left, this one's turn left, and this one turns right. This is a refractor. We know from today what you do. This is a bouncer, so the light goes in and bounces back. you are a splitter, which means that the light comes from one side and goes perpendicular in both sides. You are a blocker. You need to be served for the door to open. You are like an endpoint. You are a checker, but you can't be moved here. Interesting. You are at the beginning. There is no end. I see. And you are a portal. You are a portal. If you receive light, you send the light from the other side of the portal. Interesting. It's all directions. Okay, so the end goal is to bring light to these ones. Since one beam of light cannot take a corner here, we need to send more than one beam of light. You can't move either. You don't move. So we can move this one, and this one, and all this. So everything except for you and this group. Okay. Let's see. Let's start from one that I already see how to do. That's one. I'll show you. Because if you don't see it, there is no point. This is a refractor. You are turning to the left and then refracts here, goes up and then turns right, and then you are you're turning on. I was going to say you turn red, but no. You turn blue in any case. So the light goes this way. Now we need the other two. Let's see if we can. I don't think we can. We need to move this one for this to work. This is quite complex. I think you go there. Let me see. This goes up, turn left, goes through and splits into two. You turn right, which means you go that way. So we don't want that. So you go straight through the portal and straight. It's not very useful, but you can bounce back. And then you go through and bounce back, and you go up, and then you... So much happening. And you go through and go back. So what we have left is one beam going up. This beam is going up. And it turns right, and it turns right, and it turns right, and goes out. Not very good. I need to check, even if it's just for myself, because so much happening. You go left and go through, and here you split into two. One going up, one going down. And then you go through the portal. And through the portal you go. You go down, and because you are perpendicular, you go straight. And then you bounce back. And same deal. You go up through the portal, again, and here you split again into two. This one is not useful, but we still have these two. For the sake of clarity, let me remove everything. And we'll keep these two. At this point, we have one going up and one going right. That goes through, goes back through, and turns right and goes back in from where it started. The other path goes here, up, turn right, and turn right here, and goes out. So not very useful. What if you are not here? And then it turns right in here. You would be bouncing. You would be bouncing into this and being refracted this way. Not very useful either, but you could be here and then you will be refracting this way, but you are still turning right. Oh wait, no, it's left. You will be turning left, so you would turn this one. Let me try it. So the gate is closed without all light. Yes. We need to make these three. We need to bring light to these three circles. And these two diamonds here, they are for checking purposes. So it helps a little bit. So if we have this, we can still use this one. Okay, let me see if I can see what is going on now. Portal doesn't seem very useful, actually. I think we need to use it, but I don't see how. Because if it's here, it's not for decoration. Okay, let's check this situation. This goes up and to the left and through and splits. Up, one path is up and turns to the right, turns to the right, and turns to the right and out. And the other path goes through the portal and bounces back through the portal and splits again. So it's the same, but I didn't change this. I had to change that. I said it, but I didn't do it. Now this is what we are missing you here. Oops. I didn't want to do that. Now I'm changing you. So we are lighting up this one now. You see there's two checkers on. So this is what's happening in this situation. Left, through, and split. One light up. I'll skip the path going down because it doesn't do anything for now. So I'll focus on this one. In the splitter, focus on this one going up. And here it goes to the right, and it goes to the right, and here it refracts, and here goes to the left and goes through this way. So we have this one now. What else can we do to light up the other two? Because we are missing the other ones. We had the other ones light up, not light up, but receiving light because they don't change. And there are many that we are not using. How can we use them? What can we do to use them? If you were here, you receive the light from the right, you split into two, and then you turn right, and then you turn left, and that's the same situation. Let me change you here. You go up and through and split, and you turn right and you turn left, but you are not on. Oh, because you reflect here. So you are being reflected. Ouch. You are being reflected. I can manage to have one. Any of the three. But I don't see how to get two, and let alone three. But it's okay because it's the hardest. You play a more important role than what you are doing, because out of the we can have you make up to four paths, because you split once and you split twice. Out of those four, we lose one. So you are receiving one that splits into two. We keep one. The other one goes in and back and splits into two. But we are missing. We are losing one, so we have two. So that's not good. We are doing something wrong. So I think you go this way. So the one we are losing, actually we are saving it this way. We are saving it by doing this. These two, now we have three. Do we? One going up and the one that goes down. So we have one. The one that goes down bounces back and splits into two. Okay, we still have two because the other one goes back all the way. I never tried these games before because it's hard to try. Yes, but if they are not hard, they are not a little bit difficult, there is no feeling of reward. That's why I always say that puzzle games, they need to have perfectly balanced difficulty. It starts easier and not as easy as to be boring, and then they get increasingly challenging, but not as hard as to get frustrating. Story, graphics, music, anything else in a puzzle game it's secondary, in my opinion. Difficulty is first. It's a must. And second is mechanic variety. You have to have enough diversity to make it to keep the game interesting and the player interested in and involved in the game. And this game has both checked up. So with this situation, let me review what we have. Goes to the left, and that's why I'm drawing so much, because you need to understand what's going on here. And I am playing, I'm not really sure what's happening, so I need to check. But for the viewers to follow the action and to follow what I am thinking, I need to do this and check everything every time. You go through and then you split up, and maybe you should then be here because you are bouncing into the cross. So that's not good. That's one lost. And the other one that goes down through the portal, goes through the bouncer, bounces back, and then here it splits. One that goes back to the beginning, which is not good. And the other one, I'm drawing at the top, but I should be drawing at the base. You turn right, and you turn right, and you turn right, and you bounce and refract, and you turn left. That's why this is on, and you are good. You are good there. Okay, if we exchange these two, the portal has the same effect, and this would be touching the circle. So we will have two of the three. If we exchange these two, not like completely exchange, but swap vertical positions, like you go there and you go there. Now we have this one on and this one on. Glad to hear that. That's what I believe. I must say, the ending of Totem, the Chameleon, was a little bit higher than my difficulty. That I got a little bit frustrated, but you came to the rescue. Other than that, I don't have any complaints. Let's recheck. Let me remind you that while I'm drawing, I can't see the chat. So I am checking the chat every time I refresh the screen, because this virtual board that I call it, it blackens my other monitors, so I can't see the chat. In case I take a little bit longer to answer, to reply to the chat. Beginning is the same, you go through, but the portal now it's higher, and it goes through and it bounces back. So it bounces back and it goes through the splitter. We lose one. Wait a moment, you turn to the left. I made a mistake. You turn to the left, not to the right. You don't go to the beginning. You go here. You are already checked. You are already good because of this. So the portal bounces back, goes again through the portal and splits. One goes here. So we don't need this one. We don't need the second one ending in the same circle. So we have path 1 goes up from the splitter, and path 2 goes to the same point. This is path 1, this is path 2. And number 3 is turning to the right and turns right here with the deflector, refractor, bounces there and turns to the left and goes here. So we have 2. This is number 3, path number 3. Actually, I should call this 2A, and this one would be 2B. Now I would like to move this one. But we can't move it. We cannot send light through the portal this way. Actually, we don't want to do that, because we already have light in here. By this, let's turn to the left, let's turn to the left. We are missing this one. And because this is in the way, what we actually have to do, let me focus on the one we are missing now only. Since we want light going this way, that means it comes from this way. The only way to have light going this way is by the refractor this way. But we can't have 2 here. We can't have 2. We only have 1 source. What am I missing? What are we missing? Definitely the light doesn't go to the beginning. It turns left when it bounces back. So we are having 3. 1 ray of light splits into 2. And one of the splits again into 2. So we have total of 3 beams. We need to use all 3. If we were to do this, is same. Oh, now we have all 3. Because this is same. I see now. I see. So I wanted to check first this one. So exchange these 2. This is how it was. Since this is sending up, I wanted to send this up this way. So I put this and this to shoot this way and get this out of the way. But it's also necessary. Let me show you. So I would have ended up pushing this one back. Having a look at the bottom, at the base of the pillars, we start by going up and left, and we go through, and we split. So if this is path number 1, call it 0, because we are not using it. Here it splits into 1 and 2. And 2 comes from the top and bounces back in. And then 2 turns into 2A, 3. Let's call it 3, it's easier, shorter. Hello, Maki. 3 and 4. And starting with 1, so we are using all 3. Let's check where each of the 3 numbers go to. So, second beam of light, it disappears because it splits into 3 and 4. So number 1, give me a sec. I know you want the sun. You're like a sunflower. Go there. I have a cat that is like a sunflower. So path number 1 goes here, turns right, and ends up in here. So this is 1. Let's follow number 3. Number 3 goes to the portal, bounce back, he splits to the right. Goes to the right, let me redraw it through the bottom. He goes through, and here turns left, and here it refracts up and turns right and ends up in here. So this is number 3. And let's check number 4. Here you are from the splitter, you go right, go up and right, and here you go right, and then you refract in here and left and go up, and you end up here. So this is number 4. This is how all 3 go around. And we're done. Let's get our reward, which is a code. Hooray! I need confetti. I can scrap the last code and have a new one. I'm running out of room, but that's fine. We have a 1, a cross, a horseshoe, a cross, and a line. And this is cyan. I could call it blue, but I don't know if it's an actual blue, so just in case, let me call it cyan. Cyan, not cyanide. It's not the same. And they don't do the same. So we have 3 of these spheres. This is same message. And we can start a new path. We go back to the hub. Return to hub. We have 3. We have the spire, we have the totem, we have the pylon. And I think we need to do 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 2, but what's this question mark? This way to help and hints area. Spoilers ahead. It is. It has a plot. So there are 2 more. I'm scared of going here to find out what there is behind, but I don't think we need it. Maybe we go there. Actually, I didn't know this was here. Maybe with the totem path when we were stuck, we should have come here maybe. I'm sure I've seen this in the first day, I think, because I checked all paths, but I didn't remember this was here. My memory. I didn't take the pill that day. So there are 2 more paths. Black, white, and this that I don't know what it is. This white shape. Let's continue with this, because at least I understand what it is. It's black and white. This I'm not sure. Shard. Like putting pieces together. And this is glyph. This way to the land of glyph. Because I'm going clockwise, let's continue. Can we find out in the cave? What cave? There are no caves here. And now I'll be mindful of the code, the secret code. The most eccentric of the 5 settler groups live for the east of the forest. They take with them the relic of the aberrant. Aberrant? Aberrant? How do you pronounce this? Aberrant, I believe.
Aberrant.
Aberrant. Thank you, translator. Or speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Ora. I don't see anything suspicious. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 divided by 2 is 5. So there should be 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5. Definitely not here. And if it's here, it's easy to come back. Okay, what do we have here? This looks like a company logo. You are a plus? It seems... Actually, you more like a plus. You look like either an aspirin. You are an aspirin or small battery. I can be a teacher. Many people say that I could be a teacher. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. So apparently we need to put this... What do we call them? Aspirins? Tablets? In these squares. Now let's check if the order is relevant. Maki, what's happening? What's happening with you today? So this is okay, but I'm not convinced. I want to exhaust my theory. So the order doesn't matter. Apparently. But they need to be the same type. Seems so. So as you can see, Robert, this is the beginning of the 4th path in the game. There are 5 in total, this is the 4th. Because today is day 4 of this game. And the game doesn't tell you what you need to do. You need to find out yourself. This is one of the charms of the game. Finding out how the rule works now. What are the rules? So here we are putting together everything like we did before, but it doesn't work. It's like there are 2 conditions, we are only meeting one of the 2 conditions. So we need to do something extra. What worked for us before, it doesn't work anymore. Let's put the cross or the plus in the center. Make it symmetrical. I just realized that 3 of them light up, but not the 2 on the sides. What happens if I rotate them? Same. Oh, this is a minus maybe? This is a plus, this is a minus? What if they are separated? So there are 2 lines, one with circles, one with one of each. No problem, that's why I'm here. We are here for 2 reasons. One, I need to explain what I'm doing so everyone can follow. And second, I'm here to share the game with you. So you are welcome to help me find out the rules. Settler era. And these stones, it's not a stone, but I never remember the name of the stone. It's not a graveyard. Graveyard is the actual whole epitaph. Epitaph? Let me check. I believe you. Don't ask me why I believe that's the name. But let me check if what I'm thinking of translated into English it's called epitaph. So what you call this element in Spanish, if you translate it into English, it's called stone. No surprise why I'm calling it stone. But it should allow me to call it epitaph. And also the ones on the road that have the name of the talking about this. What's their name? I'm thinking. Milestone. Kind of like a milestone, but we know it's not the case. Anyway, now we know the name from the official source. You want to speak Spanish? Spanish is much more difficult than English. And I am Spanish. The thing, it's English and Spanish, they are opposed to each other. because Spanish has a lot of rules, but at least you have some rules you can abide to, and you know everything. Once you know the rules, there are many rules, but once you know the rules and a few exceptions, once you know the rules, you know the whole language. You're missing the vocabulary, of course, you need to go through that. But if you see a word for the first time, because you know the rules, you know how to pronounce it and where it comes from, what it means, like because it goes by roots. In English, it's totally the opposite. In English, there are a few rules, but a lot of exceptions. And every time I see a word for the first time, I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it stick or steak? You don't know. Until someone tells you, you don't know how to pronounce it. Is it from precision, precise or precise? Because some cases it's precise, some other cases it's precise. And then you have British English, and then you have American English, and then you have Australian English, which is similar to British, or tends to be similar to British, but sometimes it's not the same. It's a nightmare. You speak Spanish a little bit. We read this one. How come? You have family, Spanish family, or South American family? Is city residents love to show... Wait, did I read the other one? I think I did. Each city is built an eclectic mishmash of styles and designs, growing haphazardly without a plan. Each city residents love to showcase their personality and unique characteristics to others. Let's celebrate diversity. I feel like even English-only speakers can still struggle with English pronunciation too. I found people that they are English speakers, they are not sure how to pronounce. I always pronounced epitome wrong for so many years until someone corrected me. It's epitome. Strong is the first one, because in English that you don't have many, or I don't see many times where the strongest syllable is at the beginning. It's usually the last or one before last. Especially if you only used to reading a word and don't encounter it in speech. That's why if I am mispronouncing something, I don't take it as rude if the chat corrects me, because I prefer that the chat corrects me, because I don't know, unless someone tells me, I don't know if it's... I was saying precise and concise until recently. Recently I learned it's precise and concise. I prefer to be told that I'm wrong than be left as an idiot, honestly. Yeah, right, I figured that too and said it as epitome, the same as you for so long, but turns out it's epitome. Ah, interesting. I learned too. Epitome, that's super funny. That's sounds like funny. Epitome, like childish, with stress on the second syllable. You speak English, but Robert, you speak English, but for what reason do you speak Spanish? You learned by yourself? I believe you need to make straight lines of one same rule. Like in here you have 3 white pieces, same shape. I wonder if it worked the same. No, here there are filled. I'll call it filled, even though they are white, because they are all white. So this is filled, this is empty. But this one's breaking the whole rule, I believe. And if they were to be different shape, they need to be all different shape. And there's no combination, because if we look at the empty ones, it's not empty, it's hollow. I think it's hollow, what I wanted to say. If you look at the hollow ones, we don't have 3 different. We have 2 circles, 2 eyes. We don't have the plus, the hollow plus. So we can't. This is, I think I'm understanding. I was born speaking English. Yeah, but you said you speak Spanish too. I cannot tell you all of it because my family. Okay, I won't ask them. Whatever you feel comfortable with. I think here the rule is you have a circle, so they are all 3 circles, and they are all different color. Like one is white, one is empty or hollow, and the other one's black. So far, so good. Let me have a mini break. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. I forgot to stop the music again because I'm not used to. I am back. I just remember the other day I was talking to my wife and I told her, yeah, I'm talking about a video game, I had a side quest, I think. Yes, I was doing a chore for a character, like doing a favor, a task. And she said, "A what? You mean a chorus? A chorus? A core?" And I was, no, it's pronounced chore, like CH, chore. And she couldn't believe me. I was telling her, it's pronounced chore. You don't believe me, but it is what it is. I didn't say that this pronunciation is like this. And I was surprised too when I learned. So it's a chore, not a core. Like paracore, CH from paracore is K, like a K. But chore is like CH from chocolate. So this is English for you guys. Sometimes it's one thing, sometimes it's another thing. It's anarchy. There are no rules. Now we know how this works, so I'll try to go a little bit faster. So we have one rule met, and the second rule met is this one, which one rule being all circles but different color, and the other one is all empty, hollow, all hollow but different shapes. And we have something here. We have story, but what's this? This is the code. Intangible traits and preferences of each resident are turned into unique visual marks. Residents call these glyphs. Intangible traits and preferences of each resident are turned into unique visual marks. Okay, I got it. A fun fact is that the core part of my username is from the word petrichor. Petrichor? I do not know what a petrichor is. Can I Google it and find out? Petrichor sounds like stony thing. Like petrify. Petrichor, definition. Petrichor, a distinctive, earthy, usually pleasant odor that is associated with rainfall, especially when following a warm, dry period. Associated with rainfall, especially when following a warm, dry period, and that arises from a combination of volatile plant oils and geosmin released from the soil into the air and by ozone carried by downdrafts. I didn't know this had a name. The things I'm learning today. Petrichor. It's like the smell of the grass in the morning. When it rains. Interesting. It's very specific. Very specific. When it rains after a warm period. Too much. The first set of glyphs to catch on is prefers summer and prefers winter. Residents take joy in forming their own personal set of glyphs, aiming to be distinct from everyone else. I can see how this plays into the mechanic. For example, in the previous one. Like you have a group of people with some preferences and another people with other preferences, but the preferences intersect and at some point. What is this? 1. What do you see? I see a scythe with a straight blade raised to the sky. Okay. Very weird. What do you see? I see a scythe with a straight blade raised to the sky. It's a clue, but a clue for what? I know we are looking for a code. And I think I'll leave it here. Like the clue, I won't try to find out now. Because if we compare to clue 2 and 3, maybe the global picture comes more apparent. So I'll leave it here for now. There are no black trees, no black dots, no strange shapes. I don't see anything. Like maybe this is a scythe. I don't know. We continue for now. We have one straight line, but maybe this is a group of 3 and another group of 3 intersecting in the center. So we can have 3 pluses on one side. We have 3 pluses on one side and 3 black on the other side. So it goes in groups of 3, even though it's a straight line of 5. Why are you separated? Because the one in the middle comes from the other side. Oops. So there are 3 circles, but you need to be black. So 3 black shapes, all different, and 3 circles. But the color is different. Same shape, different color. Same color, different shape. Okay, so there are 3 groups now. There are no 3 white, so white is not going to be, being white is not going to be a rule. We can have 3 crosses of different colors. That's 1. And then we can have, oh, there are 3 white, but there are 3 white and same shape. Not different shape, but the same shape. And then I am missing something. Because you... You go there. I want you in the corner. You stay there, you stay there. I want you here in the corner because there are 3 hollow. And then 3 crosses of different color. So you go all the way around. Okay, now mysterious epitome. I find it so funny, epitome. It's like a children's character. Did you know people's brain help to understand about puzzle and numbers and picture to understand it hard or easy? I don't understand. Did you know people's brain help understand about puzzle and number and picture and understanding hard or easy? I think I follow. Otherwise, how would they know? Designation era. The Council formalizes the official set of glyphs that now apply to all its city residents. The Council better stay quiet and not say anything, because every time the Council is in between, everything goes south. So Council, stay away. That's 1. That's 2. The Council declares to all of its city unauthorized glyphs are now outlawed. Why would you? Why would you? People mold their identity around the particular glyph set, creating their own fashion and aesthetic from it. This one's broken. Okay, apparently there's no clue in here, so I'll move on. Okay, we have 4 shapes, but we are only using 3. 2 are black, 2 are circle. Color wise, there are 2 black, 1 hollow, 1 white. Shape wise, there are 2 circles, 1 eye, 1 plus. We can't have 3 of the same shape, we can't have 3 of the same color. So 1 on each side. Circle, circle, black, black. It's the only reasoning I can find. Oh, everything different. Everything different. Different shape, different color. At the same time. Everything different. So circle plus eye. Empty, white, black. At least these ones are, not that I'm complaining from before, but these ones are easier to follow, like visually. I don't have to use my virtual board. You don't understand what I'm saying? No, I try. What do you mean I don't try? I do understand. Maybe I don't understand. I don't know. I don't know now. White, empty, black. So we don't have three of the same color. So we look at the shapes. 2 circle, 2 eyes, 2 pluses. We don't have three of the same shape. So we look at different. Looking at different color, we have black, empty, but same shape. So different from circle, it's the eye, which is hollow. And the other one needs to be the white plus. So it's this one and these two. And the other group, because there are 2 groups, it's white eye, empty circle, black plus. So this is 1, this is 2. Different color, different shape at the same time. So before we were looking at similarities, now we are looking at differences. And this is getting complicated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups. This is only getting complicated. Let's sort them. If I can sort them out to see easier. So we have 1 intersection, 2 intersections, 3 intersections. That makes me think that the 3 intersections are the 3 circles. Don't ask me why. Intuition. And then, since we have circles and we have different from circles, aren't we missing pieces? I thought we needed to fill in everything. We don't have... no. So different color. We have another circle of different color. That's 1, but nothing happens at the door. So we don't need to fill in everything. With this, we cannot do anything. Here's a hint: if people is focused to use their brains to understand everything, to know lots of them in the world. Maybe you're getting me more confused now. We need 1 in. This is definitely 1. So maybe these ones go on the sides. Now there are 2 more, which could be circles of different color. What do we do with this one? It doesn't follow. It doesn't follow any rule. You are not science. You mean scientist. What if we have them all in the center? I like to try that. All empty circles in the center. White one in the center. Now this is the same as before. Maybe this is what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to do. But the black one goes inside. And then the empty, and then the white. That's two groups. Now, because the other two are white, different shape, I need the white. I need to use the white. So the white circle is used twice. So it needs to be in an intersection. Maybe I'm doing it wrong by doing the same shape. I need to do different shape. Maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. It's so much easier to look for similarities than differences. Maybe that's what I'm... So circles shouldn't be together because we are looking at differences. In which case the different ones should be in the intersections. So white, white, white. White, white, white. But now we need this is one, this is two. With the white circle in the center. This one's challenging. So this needs, because we don't have different shapes, they need to be same shape, but then different color, because we don't have three white circles. So different. So this needs one inside that is not white, and then white for the intersection, and the black one. This is two. Now we are missing third one. But the third one goes by three empty circles. Why I'm not seeing this one? So you go there. Let me move this. I think I have you. If you can go there, you can go back. You are being pushed up, but from the top. And you are last. So now we have one group of same shape, same color, another group of same shape, different color, and the third group is same color, different shape. You don't need to use all of them, the squares, because there are not enough pieces. Glyph 14. Match the color or match all different color. There are 3 here. So first thing is sort them. Sort them same color in vertical, maybe. Same color vertically. Much easier to see if you put them in position. So same color, white is this way, this way, this way. So circles, circle. We need to have one group only. So we can have one each or different then. White circle is unique of the white. There's only one white, so we need to use that one. So this is a must. And then we are not using any more circles because we already are using one. Let me put them aside. And then out of the remaining 4, there's only one white, so we need to use that one, which is an I or a Roman one. So let me put that aside. And out of the remaining 2, they are the same shape, same color. It doesn't matter which one we use. And we are supposed to have one clue here, another one. Okay, let me read the story bits first. The council releases a new collection of glyphs annually. This is like the official emoji list. Sorting the population into smaller distinct boxes every year. But the amount of people is the same. If they are split into smaller groups, you get into the individual. Each time this happens, all residents must approach the council to be appointed with their appropriate glyph. The council introduces this year's 2 glyphs to be assigned. Prefers cats and prefers dogs. What if you prefer both? 2. What do you see? I see an abandoned room with only 3 corners. What are you trying to tell me? Is the code of this path? We need to give it a go at least. Is the code of this path not in the gardens? Like in the safe rooms? The no puzzle room? Maybe the code is in the puzzle rooms and this clue is telling you which room? Oh, there's something here. I can't walk in there. I can't place the character there. So if you walk towards a tree, there's no sound. No sound effect. But if you walk towards a solid element, you can hear this noise. And you can hear this noise here. A room with 3 corners? You say? A triangular room? What do you see? I see an abandoned room with only 3 corners. And there was a scythe before. Okay. Try to keep that on the back of my mind. See if we do a few more. 2 groups. First group needs to be circles. This is similar to the other one. How do you move this one? You can't move this one. You go there and then you need to go here. Oh, it's... Wait, what? It looks like the other one, but it's not the same. So these two can be exchanged. For some reason, I don't know. But this one can only go there. Straight. Oh, no, it doesn't have to. So you go here first. And you go here first. But then I can change your position. So you can go here, here, or here. If you go to this side, then I cannot move you anymore. Let's say I want to put you there and make a group of 3 black different shape. And then another group of 3 circles, different color. Same color, different shape, same shape, different color. That's one. Oh, it's a series of 3 now. This game has bonus levels. Yes, that's why we need the code. Four groups. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, let's sort. Let's sort. Empty. Black. And 2 white. Since there are no 3 white, we won't be making a group of white ones. So one of the groups is going to be, I'm thinking these ones, these 2 go in the corners, so they are shared for differences, or they are placed in the center. It's a series of 3 circles, different color. Let's go with that. This is one. But then we need different shapes empty color, which we don't have, or 3 circles, different color, which we do have. Keep going with this theory. So this is 2 groups. Now, unfortunately, I'm missing the one in the interior. But it cannot be... Oh yes, we can have the eyes in the center and the plus in the other corner. Meaning is 2 groups of different shape, different color. So it goes like this. Oops, one by one. It's symmetrical, diagonally symmetrical. Hey, last one in this series. I wasn't looking for this empty room with 3 corners. So if paracore is from petrichor, what's the para bit from? Like the prefix para? Like paranormal? Paranormal petrichor? Paracore? Parachute? Paradox petrichor? Paradoxal petrichor? How can that be? It's a smell that produces the smell itself? Or it's a petrichor that travels to the past and kill their father, so they cannot be born? Let me focus on the game. Eight pieces. We don't need to use all squares. Paradox was part of my old username since pretty much forever. So when I transitioned to this one, I still wanted to keep the para nickname. Don't Don't deny your roots. It's good. That's good. You need to acknowledge your where you come from. Let me see if I can find something that makes sense. We have two groups. Do we? Different shape, different color. But here, why is this working? Oh, because of this one. So it's two different. Actually, now I found out almost by accident, they don't need to be connected, all connected. So this is one group, this is one group. I'm missing these two. But they are different shape, not all different color. You can connect the circles. Does it work diagonally? Good question. Does it work diagonally? It doesn't work diagonally. I'm glad I tried. Same color, same color. What about the same shape? There's only 3 circles, 3 crosses. 3 crosses, different color. I like to have them in the intersections. So not you, the white one in the center. Yes, so now 3 empty ones. So much better that this one has room to move around. You go there, and now, oh wait, I'm having one spare. What do I do with the last one? What? What? So I need to match the circles as well. 1, 2. Because this is black, this is empty. I cannot have 3 white. If I put the circles in the center to have 3 circles, then the issue is the same. What I have spare is the cross. Then I put the ones. I don't have 3 eyes, 3 ones. So I cannot have them in the center. if I move this one, and then what could connect to this? Let's make all different, just for the sake of making different. Try something different. Same color, different shape. Same shapes, different shape, different color. Different shape, same color. Still missing one. So it's not. It's two groups of three, isn't it? So I need to put this aside. So it's these two connected and this one aside. I have 3 circles, I have 3 crosses. I don't have 3 eyes, so in the connected group I need to use the eyes. Maybe it's everything different here, so because I'm using the eye, the black ones go, and then I need one white, which I only have one cross, and it cannot go in the horizontal because the circle is already white. Then I need one empty, which can be one of these two. Since I'm using the empty one, I wouldn't use the eye. No, I need same color, not different color. Whoops. So that's 1 and 2, but now the problem comes in here. I'm using the circle twice. I shouldn't be. And 2 black. Because there's no white eye, one of the white ones need to go there in the corner, so it's shared. I'm always pushing too much. I'm very pushy. And now this changes. So it's white, empty, black, and it's to be across. And then white, black, empty. What do we have left? Still not good. If the cross was white, these two would be empty circle, black circle. So it's the same. It's not a good strategy. if you go here, we still have 2. And then we would need a circle there. I see. Yes. So there are 8. It's a 3x3 series. Cross circle, because there aren't 3 eyes. The eyes in here, the eye in here, it's empty. So now we need to make a series with the color. Rearrange the crosses and the circles so that there's one each horizontal. Here there are 2. So this circle, it's not good because the eye is already black. We can put the white at the bottom, so it's different shape, different color. Now we have the empty eye, so we need to use the black circle, not repeat the empty circle. That means these 2 are swapped. The white goes down. Oh, but you cannot use this square. So it makes sense without accounting for the purple squares. Can we have this? Yes, we can. We can swap these 2 to the other side. One, 2, but the eyes are not matching. I'm still missing something. There are 3 groups, 3 series, 1, 2, 3, but I'm not using this one because this is not purple. It's not accounted for. Yes. Good idea, but it's not quite there yet. Can we have this as a clue? So 2 eyes, empty, black and white. This is black, white, empty. So we are looking at this vertical and this vertical. We can move them. But then we are also looking at these 2 horizontals. We can push this up and down, but these ones, if we skew them, and then the vertical doesn't match. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me say it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 2 crosses with the eyes in the center. And then you have circle, 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 cross, cross, and cross. If this is black, black circle and black cross go in there. If this is empty, empty plus and empty circle go in there. We go step by step. I understand what I need to do, but I need to do it. So you go there and you go there. Okay. Now, because you are empty, we are going to make 2 crosses here and 2 crosses here. Because you are empty, you cannot be next to an empty cross or circle. So I'm putting circle there and cross there. And circles on the right, crosses on the left. For that I need to separate you and you. Whoops. And then that. So we have the eyes in the center, like the eyes, empty and empty. Because you are black, black circle goes there and black cross on the other side. Lucky we have room to move. Okay, and now the white ones go in the center and the circle. Hey! Thank you, thank you. And there is no clue here because it's one and the other. Exclusion era. To give a sense of exclusivity, certain businesses and areas of AEST city are made inaccessible to people who own certain glyphs. Segregation. The most popular downtown bar begins the trend by only allowing access to patrons who own the extrovert glyph. This is initially a very controversial idea, but soon becomes commonplace as each business attempts to carve out their own niche of the population. Isn't that real life? Okay, so I think we'll leave it here for today. I'm checking maybe in the ones that don't have a clue epitome are the ones that have the code, like the secret code. I don't make sense of it for now. Something about a scythe and something about a room with 3 corners? An abandoned room with 3 corners. No idea. I'll take note of the code for next day. Ugly. And that's a 0 across a hanging thing, 1 and a 1. Okie dokie. Let me stop the music because we are going here. This was it for today. We are on the 4th path. I can see the light at the end, but very at the end. I'm seeing the path. We are halfway through the glyph. Maybe 2 more days. 2 more days and the extras. The extras, probably we won't do them continued to the... I don't know. We'll have to see. Thank you, Paracor, and thank you, Robert, for giving me company today. I appreciate your presence, and thank you all the lurkers as well. I'll be back on Thursday with demos, starting with I don't remember. Starting with Pairs and Perils, which will test my memory. If you want to see me fail shamefully, if you want to, like just now, if you want to watch me fail, I invite you to come on Thursday's stream. Anything else for me today? Thank you for watching, all the lurkers as well. Hope to see you next time. So bye bye for now.